Hello, everybody. This is pharmacist Dr. Greg Russell, owner of Fort Wayne Custom RX Pharmacy, a compounding and nutritional pharmacy. We are finishing up my five favorite supplements series with number five. This supplement is probably the most researched supplement in the world. I remember as a young pharmacist when this burst out on the scene being promoted as Eskimos eating it. If you guessed omega 3, you would be right. Omega 3s are essential fatty acids that we have to get from diet. Our bodies can't produce it, which means that the only way you're going to get it is by eating certain foods or by taking a supplement. There are three forms of omega 3s. One is alpha linolenic acid, one is EPA or eicosapentaenic acid, or DHE, docosahexaenoic acid. So easier to say ALA, EPA, and DHA. ALA is plant-based. It comes from plants, and the body has to convert it into either EPA or DHA, and that is a difficult process for the body to do. It's especially difficult for patients that have diabetes. So primarily, we're going to talk about EPA and DHA, but it also applies to ALA. So what is the proof that that omega-3s are vital for our health? Study published in JAMA way back a long time ago showed that omega-3 supplementation reduced the risk of heart attack and cardiovascular death. Another large review in Circulation showed that omega-3s can lower both triglycerides and reduce blood pressure. And they can decrease inflammation in the arteries. Again, all good things when we're talking about heart disease. One caveat here that a lot of people will come in and ask is, hey, can I take omega-3 to lower my LDL cholesterol? And the answer to that is no. Omega-3s only lower triglycerides, not LDLs. In fact, for certain types of patients, they can actually increase LDLs. So we have to be careful with using omega-3 in certain patients. What else do we know omega-3s do? We also know that they're good for your brain health. We know that omega-3 supplementation can reduce the symptoms of depression and anxiety. Translational Psychiatry had a journal article regarding how DHA was so important for the development in pregnant women for their babies. They were actually able to show, although the study's not that great, women that had supplemented with DHA actually had higher IQ babies. You will see that now all the infant formulations tend to put DHA in it because it's so important for babies' brain development. Joint and inflammation support, which is another reason to take it. Although the doses on this tend to be higher than for other types of health conditions, and we have to be careful how much we use. But the Arthritis and Rheumatology journal talked about omega-3s can help reduce inflammation and be helpful for rheumatoid arthritis even. And they work by reducing inflammation, which is a key driver for many chronic diseases. Eye health. DHA is a primary component of the retina, and investigative ophthalmology and visual science showed that omega-3 intake is linked to a lower risk of age-related macular degeneration, a leading cause of blindness. And then there's, of course, the concerns or the proof that omega-3s might be beneficial to help patients that might be more prone to diseases of dementia, such as Alzheimer's. There is a correlation with low DHEA levels with increased dementia. So where do we get EPA and DHEA? We typically find it in fatty fishes such as salmon and sardines and mackerel. And of course, cold Arctic fish is the best. Salmon is the best place to get it. You can also find it in flaxseed, chia seeds, walnuts, but they're not as good as the fatty fish. You can now get fish oil supplements. Patients that don't like fish can now find algae-based omega-3 supplements that don't have fish. It's just a couple things that I always like to remind people about omega-3s. Omega-3s, it's important you get a high-quality omega-3. Only thing worse than not taking an omega-3 is taking a bad omega-3. Bad omega-3s are prone to rancidity and spoiling very quickly. They don't tolerate heat. If you're buying a cheap omega-3, make sure you check the EPA, DHA content in it. Make sure it's high and that it's not low percentage, because that means there's other fish oils in it that may be more pro-inflammatory than anti-inflammatory. So again, getting a good quality fish oil is really important. And that's why our pharmacists and nurses are available to help you choose that omega-3 fish oil that's beneficial for you. Again, we recommend that you talk to any prescriber before you uh, journey onto omega-3s because there are some contraindications, or we'd be happy to assist you at our pharmacy. We can be reached at 260-490-3447. You can visit us at the store at 425 East DuPont Road, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46825. You can order supplements and ask questions to us and sign up for our newsletters at www.fwcustomrx.com. And remember, any order over $75 does include free shipping. This is Greg Russell, PharmD, pharmacist and owner. Thank you for listening to my podcast on the 5 favorite supplements. And again, if you have any questions at all, feel free to contact us. Thank you.